each of the architects who has been hosting the conversation to come forward. And if you would listen quietly, perhaps we might learn from each other what has happened at each table. Michael, can I ask you to lead off? The first site we'll look at or listen to, I'm going to introduce Michael Farewell, who's a member of the Council of Princeton Future, and one of our architects, to come forward and try and synthesize what all of you were talking about the Olive May West Coast video site. Michael?
Let's see what the compliment means.
Thank you, Sheldon.
Are you Bill? Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm not
going to do a really quick overview of what this thing is presented.
I have to be honest. Yeah, you know,
and come up with a...
Excuse me. I'm recording and I need to get to...
One that I have to say, I did a lot of these... You don't have the room yet. Thank you. I have to say I've been in a lot of public meetings discussing these kinds of visionary plans, and it's very rare that you don't have intense debate and even argument about proposals. The table we were sitting at, people immediately went to, how can we implement this? What are the next steps? So, very enthusiastic community interaction on this. The site we were looking at is the Olive May West Coast video site, and across Nassau Street on the north side as well. And the studio is proposing that this site be looked at holistically, that it be reorganized as an urban square, bridging Nassau Street, eliminating parking on the street, changing the paving pattern on the street, and putting parking behind the buildings, consolidating properties so that a new development can be built on the south side of Nassau Street. And I'm not sure everybody can see. Oh, yeah, great. I'm just going to defer to you guys because I think for a quick.
Well, initially we had to look at some of the ownership rights and who's involved here, and we discussed that more or less there's three owners. There's the West Coast Video owner. There's also a Olive May building, a facility that's there, and then there's also a right-of-way that's owned by Princeton University. And one of the critical things that we more or less all understood and agreed upon was that that right-of-way bisects two parcels, and when we wanted to create a place like this, having a right-of-way dedicated to a road strip going down the middle of it defeats that purpose. So the first step is right up on the north corner. You see a little access route, and that is the new right-of-way. Okay, so right here it would be where the new right-of-way runs between the Prudential Center, which is located here, the Prudential Building, and then this is a new form, which the vision is an idea, but this is where the access would run in the middle. Some of the other concepts that are involved in the plan is providing parking in the back, which is still flexible, negotiable. The other elements would be to really define the form of the building that creates an open space and a real ability to have this outdoor room, and that means more or less either adaptive reuse of the existing Olive May or creating an L-shaped facility where you have smaller shops and whatnot. And then on the other end, the west side end, we have the same principle with the existing building and filling in, and then creating another small little plaza here. But this plaza space is a critical element as well because it's at grade, it's the same texture paving, and it has greenery, and it can be an outdoor activity space for the neighborhood. No parking structure.
So and then just to finish up on the comments of the table involved how something like this would get implemented. So there was discussion about the how the zoning might be modified. And in fact, the students have drafted a zoning ordinance that would permit something like this. And there are meetings of the planning board coming up and town council, and this is an opportunity for advocacy to take place on such a zoning modification that would permit this consolidation. There was discussion about how to make this happen in the real world, how to get the owners of the properties, the university, the residents to sort of buy into a vision like this, the notion of sort of getting incentivizing everyone to participate. So additional bulk on the individual sites is a way for the developers of those property to get something and buying into a vision of this plan. Obviously, the university is a big landowner and they have the right of way, so finding a way for the university's interests and long-term goals to be met as well would be an important part of implementing a plan like this. In general, there was discussion about what kinds of businesses would go into a building like this, and obviously tremendous amount of market research and business analysis would need to be done to get this this sort of concept to really be a functional, economically viable development project. But again, I think this is a sort of blue sky concept idea that can now begin to go through the paces of being scrutinized for its validity.
For the neighbors who live in the Church Streets, there was an email that went out on May 24th at 7:30 at the Chestnut Street Firehouse. The poll results of the 657 neighbors will be announced, and there will be a chance to really go through these plans and go through the poll results. You're all welcome to come. The next table, I think, that we could hear from is Bill Wolf, and he's been leading a conversation about the future of the shopping center site. Thank you, Mike.